Could you please introduce yourself to our audience?
My name is Gamal Excel, also known as Blessed Excel, most recently known as the General for Money and Violence.
Great. So, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm a American-born Jamaican. Me saying that because both my mother and father are Jamaican-born. I have about 6 siblings. My oldest sister was the first to be born in Jamaica, and then I guess with knowledge of what was already going to be going on and a little bit of advice, my mother and father decided to have their children, the rest of them, here in America, and then we were just brought back and forth between Jamaica and America we was raised, so that's how I have my strict, direct roots and having that go with my culture as a Jamaican. I'm also a Rastafarian. I believe in, the Rasta way of life. I don't believe it's a religion or anything like that, just my way of life. So that's a little bit about myself and where I'm from, and at least why you see me with the locks. Not everybody with locks is a Rasta, so I have to make sure I let that be known.
Okay. So, people know you from Money and Violence. Tell me how being on that show has affected your just everyday.
It actually opened up certain doors that wouldn't have been open for me before. Whether or not the sad truth is that everything that I was capable of doing then, I'm capable of doing now is the same thing. It's just that I wouldn't have had the acknowledgement or the opportunities that I'm not able to have to be able to work with certain people and do things that I've already been doing from before the Money and Violence came about. It was actually a stepping stone for people to give me acknowledgement and give me the chance to bring forth whatever it is that I'm working on with myself.
Okay. How did you end up on the show?
Well, actually, a longtime friend of mine, his name is Renee, the one who plays Miz on Money and Violence. We've been friends for years. Me and his older cousin went to school together. He went to school with one of my younger brothers, Versatile Excel, who does music as well. And we've always kept in touch throughout the years. I know he's always been active in making certain power moves as well. He knows I've been doing the same. And he was telling me he had a project that him and his team is working on. And he knew that I was traveling back and forth to Jamaica. I know that he's a well-known, proud Haitian. He knows that I'm a well-known, proud Jamaican. So he said they needed some people to play some roles for some Rasta man, some Jamaicans. So he reached out and told me that if I would like the opportunity, they would love to have me play the part. I let him know as soon as I get back from Jamaica, we would link up. And about a month and a half after that, I reached back. By the time I got to meet up with him, there was already about 2 or 3 episodes in. Chopped it up with him and the one that plays Rafe, which is Moses, and they was feeling the vibe that me and my other partner who came in together fresh had. So from there we just began to enjoy part of the team to make it work.
Okay. How do you see your character developing? Do you see development for your character in the show? And if not, what's your next move?
Well, I definitely, in my opinion, I see the character developing because based upon the script and the way Moses has this character portrayed, he's not just an ignorant individual. So, and he's not one of them just do things loosely. He actually plays the part of somebody who it might look like what he's doing is wrong, but he's really just defending the love that he has for his brethren. So it's more or less like a retaliation. So at the end of the day, I believe there's going to be continuous space for my character because his job hasn't been done yet. He hasn't taken care of his job or his responsibility. But it doesn't also have to go that way. Anything happens in life. Sometimes you come to do a job and you end up getting killed or could get locked up before the job gets done. So hopefully there's a lot more for my character. I believe so. But if not, I have a lot of different ventures I'm planning on working on and I've been working with already. I've been in talks with some of my peoples in Miami who have the Shotters project they're working on. So big shout out to Cecil Silvera and my virgin Jassa and the whole Shotters cast. And before the Money and Violence, I was in something called Hungry Dogs and Pups. So this is not really, once again, nothing new to me. It's just the first thing that got a wide scale of acknowledgement for it to be able to be a situation where people could backtrack and say, okay, well, he was doing this and doing that. And then overall, before even the acting, the passion for the clothes that me and my brethren been trying to get putting together, and the music that my brother has, once again, another talented artist, Versatile Excel. And I have a lot of products that we're trying to bring from the West Indies, Jamaica into New York. So I've been trying to invest into import, export, and a whole lot of different things. I have a lot of plans and bigger goals that people would assume for me to have. I just want to do things to tend to what it is that me and my family and my loved ones have been focused on and have to do.
So you said there were other projects before Money and Violence. So was it your intention to be considered an actor?
Not at all.
Okay.
Honestly, once again, it's a situation where if a family member or a friend or somebody who I have respect for asks you to do something, you're gonna do it. So I've been in videos before, music videos for my family and for friends. Now I'm not a video extra or what they would call a model or anything like that as well, but I'll play a part in the video if I know that it's gonna be a part that I can relate to and I can represent it, and I'll do that. So I'm definitely not an actor. For me, the challenge for me to be able to say I can call myself an actor is when they give me roles that I'm not used to or I'm not comfortable with or I can't relate to. For example, if they give me a role to play a doctor or a lawyer, then that would have to be me getting into my bag and being on my grind to learn the ethics and the way that these individuals move. Not praising the situation, but the lifestyle that my character plays in the show, just like I'm sure there's a lot of other individuals, is not too far from what I've experienced or what what's going on in present day. So to me, it's kind of pretty much like I call it reenactment, or just putting yourself back in a situation that you've experienced and giving it that energy and that passion. So I don't consider myself an actor. I wouldn't take away from the people who really are actors and put in their hard work to do it, but I would just say it was an opportunity and it's given me a situation to better myself and I can become an actor. I won't settle myself for less. Anything anybody does, I believe I can do it as well, just as long as you put your mind to it. But I won't give myself that title as an actor until I can say I've achieved it or, deserve it. I don't think I'm doing anything that much, and this is me being honest to say I'm going out of my element to have to feel the vibe or something else, but it's giving me the steps that I need to take to become an actor.
Okay. With that being said, being in front of the camera and being recognized and recognizable pretty much wherever you go, do you consider yourself a role model?
Definitely, and that was before even being in front of the camera. It starts with, in the household, I was always taught from young, whatever I do, my younger brothers or younger siblings or family members will follow, just like, we follow what our parents do. They say it's a term, what drops off your head falls on the shoulder. So of course, everything is, you have to lead by example. So, but with that being said, I still can't hold myself responsible for what people might do based upon what they see me do. To each his own. We're all our own individuals and responsible for our own actions. So I do accept that it is a slight role model part that I might have to play and have to accept and acknowledge that. But I'm not really here to be a role model. I'm here to just, they have a term also, do as I say, not as I do. So I can't be a role model and tell you that I want you to just go off what you see me doing, because the measures that I might have to take to get something done might not be acceptable, but it has a bigger picture in the long run. Understand? So a lot of people see the money and the violence, for example, and a lot of them only care about the shootings and the murdering and all the action. Not too many take time to think about the jewels and the gems that Mo has written in for us to say certain things. So I will accept that the role model part, there's nothing we can do about that, but I just don't really want to carry myself to say that I'm going to be a role model for everybody to speak on or accept whatever my beliefs are.
Okay. For people who follow the storyline and watch the show and identify with your character, I'm quite sure there are young people out there who aspire to do the same type of thing, because I see it a lot, where people feel as though, okay, I have a camera, I'm gonna go start shooting my own web series and so forth and so on. What advice do you give to someone who is not in this yet but thinks that they want to get into it? Like, give them some good sound advice on, I guess, sort of what to expect and what they should be trying to get out of this, as opposed to you want everybody to know your name and you're trying to get paid, quote unquote.
I would say expect the unexpected. I knew that it was going to be a progressive and a successful situation, because once again, anything that I myself personally say I'm going to be a part of is because I have faith in it. But there's going to be a lot of naysayers. People are going to show hate. People are going to try to cause issues and turmoil. The best advice I can give you is stay true to yourself. Stay humble. Don't switch for anybody. Don't change. And as you see, just never get too big for yourself or ahead of yourself. today for you, tomorrow for me. So just like I have this opportunity, a day can pass or a week or maybe it might take years and I might not be acknowledged or noticed by anybody. Just like the same person who was asking me for advice, a year or a month could pass and he could be 10 steps ahead of where I'm at right now. So just my advice is to remain humble, don't be discouraged of what anybody else says, and don't follow nobody. Do your own thing, stick to your own lane, and when your time comes, your time's coming, because what's for you is for you. Just be patient.
Thank you for your time. Greatly appreciated.
Definitely blessed.